Hey everyone, Mrs. Klein here again. Okay, this is May, week 5, day 2. For those of you who had the plant life cycles story, this is going to be the video where we write the summary. So I'm going to go ahead and open the graphic organizer that I like to use to help us write a summary. Again, we are not going to have characters this time because this was a nonfiction text and there were no characters. Okay, so real quick before we start, summary. What is a summary? And if you guys do not have an answer for this by now, I am going to go crazy. We've been working on this for, again, about 2 months, so I want to hear what you guys have to say. What is a summary? Tell somebody in your house what a summary is. Good. It's the main parts of whatever you're retelling. So you're going to retell the story in your own words, and you're just going to tell just the main parts, okay? And generally with a passage or a story, we're going to choose something from the beginning, middle, and end to help us summarize that story, okay? So if someone does not have enough time to read the entire story or the entire book or the entire passage, they can read your little summary and they will know exactly what it's about. Now, you're going to use the information from this graphic organizer and you're going to use it to write your paragraph on your notebook paper. Now, I didn't remind you in yesterday's video, but let me remind you, when we are writing a paragraph, and again, I hope you guys are getting the hang of this by now, when we are writing a paragraph, we are going to indent the first line. So we're not starting right here. We skip a little bit in, like maybe an inch in, and we start writing right here, and we write all the way to the end. Then we come back, and on the second line, we start at the beginning where this red line is. We do not indent the second line, okay? So let's continue working on writing nice and neat, having spacing, looking for your capitals at the beginning of sentences, your end marks at the end of sentences, and focus on your spacing of your words, okay? So the title of this story was Plant Life Cycles. Plant Life Cycles. And go ahead and write that at the top of your notebook paper, so that way when you turn it in, I know what the summary goes with. Now, tell me, what happens at the beginning of this story? At the beginning of this passage, what is it talking about? I heard somebody say it. Good. Anything else? Yeah. So it talks about how living things go through what? They go through life cycles. Good. And it says that a plant is a living thing and it goes through a life cycle. So that's all that we're going to write, guys. We don't need to make this any harder than it is. We'll say plants are living things that go through a life cycle. And it said that they live and they have seeds and make new plants, and then they die. Okay, so that is the life cycle of most plants. Now, obviously, they don't die right away. Some plants can live for a very long time. Others have shorter times to live. So it just depends on the plant. Okay. What happens after it explains that plants are living things and it goes through life cycles? What does it tell us next? What do the plants start as, guys? Yeah, and then what do those seeds need? Good, you guys know this. I know you guys pay attention in science class, and you guys have been learning about this in previous years and a little bit this year. So, okay, I'm going to put together what you guys said. Plants start out as what? Seeds. Good. And the seeds need water and sunlight in order to sprout. Good job. In order to sprout, which is how they start to grow, okay? So they need those in order to grow. All right, then what? What's it talk about next? Many plants end up and grow what? Yeah, they're really pretty. Yeah, they end up and grow flowers. Good job. Is anybody planning any flowers for Mother's Day coming up? Yeah, some of you. Cool. Can't wait to see pictures. Okay, so many plants grow flowers, and then a lot of times those flowers turn into fruit, which has seeds. Not all the time, but a lot of times that's what the passage says, is that a lot of times those flowers turn into fruit, which has the seeds. And then what do the seeds from the fruit do? Yeah, they end up and turn into the same plant as the parent plant that grew the fruit. So we're going to word that all together and just say many plants grow flowers that turn into fruit with seeds. These, whoops, sorry, didn't capitalize. These seeds will grow into the same plant as the parent plant. This is a little bit longer because this passage had a lot of detail. Okay, so it's still not as long as what we've been doing though the past month. So I know you guys can do this. You're just going to take these sentences, combine them together into one paragraph. So you have a summary over the passage, plant life cycles. And I appreciate all of your hard work. I'm super proud of all of you. I miss you. All right, love and hugs. Bye.